What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, okay. Yo, big up everyone inside. What's going on? Back again with another Red Talk. Faz, what are you telling me?
Knackered, bro.
From what?
Knackered. Had a football game yesterday. Bro, big game, big tournament. Do you know what I'm saying?
Man said knackered, you know. Oh, it's a tournament. Fair enough. Yeah, tournaments are madness,
11-a-side tournament as well.
Oh, yeah, those are taxing still.
Yeah, 11-a-side tournament, bro. Had a sick game, to be fair. Came back from 3 goals down. Do you know what I'm saying? In the second half, 1-4-3. So got my medal here. You know what I'm saying? Got my medal.
Where did you not finish, bro?
We got second. Oh, finished second. I got 2 assists, so I'm happy with that.
And I said 2 assists, you know. I hear it.
Yeah, 2 assists. Two assists. Yeah, 2 assists. And I'm happy with that, man. Very happy with that. Out of the 4 goals we scored, I got the 2 assists. So yeah, happy with that, man. We got to the final, raised money for a great cause. You know what I'm saying? And that's my season done now. That's my season done. Time to go chill out, bro. I need some vitamin D, bro. I need some vitamin D, G.
Big up everyone inside. You already know what time it is. Yeah, man. We need to talk. Big up everyone that was here yesterday as well, man. Yeah, I mean, it was busy. Solo stream and that. Don't do them often. Yeah, I mean, but it was lit. And now we're being linked to Mitrovic, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And that just kind of confirms to me what I was told by my guy in Saudi, that these men have pretty much got Osimhen wrapped up. You know what I mean? And they're trying to get Mitrovic out. Obviously, I don't know the number exactly, but there's only a certain number of overseas players they're allowed in the team, innit? And if they're trying to get Osimhen and Bruno in, then yeah, they need to move one of the foreigners out, innit? So I think that this Mitrovic thing is coming in because they probably offered him to us because they're trying to make up space. They're trying to make space in the squad. That's what I think. And you know what? Yeah, like it's not a bad signing, depending on how much we get man for. You know them ones. If it's cheap, it's a great signing. Do you know what I mean? But if we do get Mitrovic, I think we could still get another. We could still get another striker. I think we could still get another one. Get him cheap, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it is what it is, bro. But I like Mitro anyway, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's just a stone cold killer. He's a goal scorer, and also he's a player that wouldn't mind being on the bench for us either, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a bad I don't think it's a bad signing, especially if you get rid of Rasmus Højlund. You bring in Mitrovic, and then you bring in another striker, and then you've got them and Mitrovic as the strikers. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, bro. I know a lot of people will see the name, and maybe the name's not sexy enough for them. You know, them ones there, like, but bro, look at how Højlund turned out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's a proven goal scorer in the Premier League and everywhere else. So it's not bad.
It's not the most ideal signing, bro. I'll be real. It's not moved me. It's not got me mad excited. Yeah, it's a good player. You know what I'm saying? Good catalog, good CV, good ability, but it's not moved me. It's not made me think Man United are really knuckling down for next season and this, that, the other. It's not.
Look at this. You're saying Mateta. And they're saying 25 million to 30 million. Bro, for 30 million, you sign Mateta. There's no two ways about it. I'm taking Mateta over Mitrovic.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%. There's no qualms or questions about Mateta, bro. 100%. But I look at some of the players we're linked with, and where some of the players we're entertaining, or rumors. Like I say, it's not moving me. It's not
like who?
Mitrovic, for example. Plain and simple. I don't. And then also not just what Man United are linked with, but also what other teams are linked with are making me uncomfortable as well. I look at how City are moving with some of their fullbacks, their attackers, how Liverpool are moving, and the names that we're linked with. Yeah, that's the position we're in. I hear it, but all of this would have been eradicated if we just simply accepted the bid for Bruno Fernandes and stopped dilly-dallying about like he's God's greatest midfielder. Do you know what I'm saying? This just pissing me off.
What bid has come in? No bid has come in yet, bro. It's just
Saudi. Yeah, the talks are there, but if Man United were really interested, they would have progressed things on further quicker. Without a shadow of a doubt, they would have, because the interest is clearly there. The latest report that I saw, was it Ben Jacobs or someone that said he's now discussing with his family if the move is going to suit his family.
Yeah, that's the rumors coming out saying, like he has to convince his family. Brother, he's the main breadwinner. He ain't got to convince none of them, bro. Like, he's a footballer. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm the one that's paying for everything. So you're going where I'm going. There's nothing to discuss, bro. Mara said it, bro. You know what I mean? He said it's part of the game. Yeah, he told his wife.
Laurie Woodwell and the Athletic, they're very reliable as well. And they said, the last, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, they said that, the feeling internally is that United would entertain a bid. But like I say, it's just like all up in the air, and they're waiting on Bruno Fernandes' final say, basically. He's considering right now. It's just, bro, why are we in a position where the player has to even be in a considering mind state? Bro, we want to sell you. 100 mil is potentially up for grabs. We know the bid is going to be massive if and when the bid comes in. Let's go. Let's make it happen, because soon as that transaction's done, and then Garnacho, Rashford, and all of these, we get moving. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but Man United are not going to come out and say, yeah, we want to sell Bruno, because then that automatically means we get less money for him.
I get that perspective as well.
So we have to play like we don't want to sell him.
Yeah,
and
the
also
player wants to leave. Yeah,
exactly. And also the players obviously agreed a deal with these guys already, and we know that they want him in before the Club World Cup. So you know that the deal's going to be done within the next week or so. So there is a time limit on it anyway, naturally.
Yeah, I can understand. I can understand what you mean, but I just feel like it's a bit Man United don't want to sell him and this, that, the other, I just want to get this done and over with, bro.
Yeah, they're saying that the manager basically is trying to convince him to stay, bro. But it's like, if the manager knew what was best here for his job, and also if the manager wanted what's best for the team, you'd move on a 31-year-old Bruno for that amount of money and think about bolstering the squad for the future.
Yeah.
I don't like his persistence. What's that?
I said these players like Mitrovic and all of them, they're not. This Mitrovic player is not entertaining me, bro. It's not like making me feel super confident about next season. Mateta is a much better option.
Yeah, I hear that, but listen, if we were to sign Mitrovic, which I don't think we are, I believe that this Mitrovic talk is coming from Saudi because they want to get rid of him, bro. So they probably said to United, like, what do you think about Mitrovic? Would you take him? Because they're trying to get rid of him, bro. They got Osimhen coming in. So it's one of them things. I think it's more from that side. I don't really think that Man United went to Al Hilal and were like, yo, like, are you open to giving us Mitrovic? I don't believe we inquired. I don't believe we inquired about Mitrovic. I don't.
They even I heard Man City are looking at Antony as well.
Yep. Antony, Turkey, and Reinders, blood. If they sign them free, to me, they've got the title, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying? So looking at them moving into our targets as well is making me feel uneasy as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what these should be our targets straight away, especially for next season. It should be our targets. And we're dilly-dallying about. We should get these signings over the line, bro. Forget selling all of these players and whatever. That should be done regardless. But we should be looking at swooping in our targets, because this is what happens. Other teams come in and they start linking up with players, and those clubs are obviously more desirable than ours. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
It was Ben Jacobs that really said Bruno's considering, but it's his family and he's weighing up factors.
Bro, a lot of stuff has come out about Bruno. Do you know what I mean? But even the stuff he said after the final, do you know what I mean? That told you that his head was already out the door. Because man saying, if the club are open to letting me go, then I'll leave. He was kind of making it look like cool, I'll leave if they don't want me here. Do you know what I'm saying? So that means he's obviously already spoken to these men, bro. Like, bro, he obviously has. So he definitely knows how much money he's got, and they've definitely said they're gonna give it to him. That's it. So there it is. There it is right there, bro. I'll be honest. Like I don't know why people are going on like it's not clearly straightforward what's going on. It's very straightforward what's going on. He's definitely agreed to go to Saudi, and it's one of them things where I don't see him not going now, just because the noise has never been this loud.
Yeah, and the money's crazy. There's, like you said as well, family hype, man. 700 bags a week. What you complaining
That's what
about?
I mean, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, saying he needs to have a word with his family. No, bro. The word is, I'm telling you, man. We're learning Arabic, bro. This is what's going on. 700 grand a week, bro. What's there to discuss? What is there to discuss? What with the wife? Oh, I've been offered fucking generational wealth here. Like, we're leaving, blood. Do you know what I mean? What's there to discuss?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, nah, bro. Like, I expect him to leave. Especially the fact that it's a Club World Cup year, and them man, I swear, them man are in it. So, him and Osimhen, them man are going to Al Hilal, bro. Like, that's what it looks like. They're trying to offload Mitrovic, so naturally he's linked with Manchester United. I don't think the links have come from us. I wouldn't be surprised if we haven't even asked about him. I wouldn't be surprised if our guys have not heard this Mitrovic news apart from online as well. Because it doesn't, with the players we're being linked with, it doesn't sound anything like what we've been looking at. It doesn't sound like it. And if they're saying 40 million, that's more expensive than what Mateta would be. And Mateta is definitely higher up the list of transfer targets. I believe Yarez is our first choice, and I believe that Mateta is second choice. So if Bruno leaves,
I don't mind getting Mateta and then spending more money to reinforce other places. Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's where I am. That's where I am. Like, I don't really want Yarez, but I think once Bruno gets sold, I think the manager pushes for Yarez because bro, you know what I'm saying? This guy's had an obsession with Yarez. He's had an obsession with Yarez. I don't think the club themselves want Yarez. But I think the manager does, if that makes sense.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. It's still early on. Season's Champions League's just finished. Liam Delap is gone to Chelsea now, so I think there'll be a lot of movements in the next 3-4 weeks.
I think in the next couple weeks. I think before the Club World Cup starts, the weekend of the 15th or something like that. I believe in the next 2 weeks we see a lot of movement, bro. I think we do. I said Napoli are the front runners to sign Garnacho. Champions could agree a fee with Man United. So hold on. Conte's agreed to stay. He's linked with Napoli again after they've just won the league as well. And McTominay's there. Could happen. It could happen.
Only time will tell what happens with the Garnacho situation as well. Who's going to come through with the money, 35, 40 million? And even then, I'm seeing Man United fans saying 40 million is less. I've seen this tweet. Like it's just less. It's not enough.
This guy ain't worth 20 quid, mate. You know what I mean? If we can get 40 mil for him, we've done extremely well.
No, it's not enough, apparently. Like there was a tweet I saw. I think it was from a Man United female content creator. I forgot the tweet itself, but they were saying like, oh, such a player went for X amount. This player went for that amount. This player, Cole Palmer, never played Prem football and went for this amount. How can we sell Garnacho for 40 M's? He should be at
Cole
least 50.
Palmer did go for 45 million, but Chelsea gambled and they signed him for 45 million and put him on low wages. He was on like 90k. Garnacho's gonna command a lot more wages than that. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't see the comparisons, bro.
Oh, that tweet, man! I would have loved to bring that tweet up.
What tweet, bro?
It was a long ass tweet, bro, explaining why selling Garnacho for 4 EMs is like a mistake.
But bun all that, man. Listen, we need to raise funds, bro. Like this needs to be a car boot sale. We need to just be moving people, even if you sell them for less than what people think they're worth. Who cares? We just need to accumulate funds. Like that's what I'm saying. We should be demanding like the likes of Shaw and Rasmus to leave. This is the perfect season for United to completely clear out all the dead wood, bro, because with less games to play, now we can be more ruthless. And I said love Bruno, but would sell and sign Yarez and Mbeumo. Bro, it has to be that, bro. We absolutely need to do that, bro. Man said Arsenal intend to back Arteta in the window by bringing in Williams or Sané, you know. Oh, bro, those are the two targets. Fuck you know. Hey, brother, that's good. Good luck to you, man. Good luck to you, man. Can't lie, bro. Next season's gonna be biblical, fam. I just hope, that we get Mbeumo, and another striker over the line. I don't even necessarily, like I said yesterday, I don't think we need one, but it'd be great. It would be great if we got one, innit? It'd be great if we got one for the extra things. But I'd sacrifice getting a striker for an extra midfielder because I believe you need 2 midfielders, guys. And having Cassano Ugarte on the bench as that the second string, it's not bad. Do you know what I'm saying? If you sign 2 starting midfielders and you've got them to rotate in, I think that's solid, man.
There's a couple of free players we should be looking at as well.
Like
in the free market. Angel, is he still free? Yeah,
he's a free agent at the moment.
Sane.
I would not look at Leroy Sane.
Why?
There's no reason to look at him, bro. His legs are gone, mate. Can't stay fit.
I wouldn't mind.
Why the fuck would I get Leroy Sané and play him where?
Bro, just strengthen the bench. I ain't talking about starting minutes. He can't get injured if he's not playing a lot of minutes. Strengthen the bench. What would I rather have, him or Garnacho on my bench? That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Let him play. Here you go, minutes in the cup run. Get us a cup run next season, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, something like that.
And how much money you paying this Leroy Sané, bro?
Yeah, no, the wages are gonna be obviously higher because we haven't bought him, but we're not looking at other players as well, like Mbeumo. Why aren't we like making that deal happen? That's not an crazy expensive deal. We should already be progressing.
What do you mean? Why are we not making it happen? Who says that we're not making it happen?
Like, that's what I'm saying, that the rumors and stuff have died down a little bit. Then I'm not hearing much talks about it. Like the Cunha deal was quick, sharp. It was good.
No, it wasn't quick, sharp.
It was.
Cunha,
season just finished and they've announced it.
Oh, brother, we knew we were signing Cunha like 2 weeks before the end of the season, Faz.
Right.
Don't pretend like the Cunha deal just came out of nowhere and we had it wrapped up, bro. Like, so we were talking about this Cunha deal. Yeah, but we weren't talking about Mbeumo, like 2-3 weeks ago. We wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Cunha was the priority deal for them to get wrapped up. They got it wrapped up. And also, Brentford's in a different position to us. Brentford now, not only did they finish higher up in the table than Wolves, but Brentford are probably going to lose their manager as well. And there's going to be a lot of stuff going on at Brentford, bro. Because once Thomas Frank leaves, I believe there's going to be probably an exodus at Brentford. Because it looks like he's going to end up at Spurs. So because of that, it's a different ball game. And then on top of that, Mbeumo's also got offers from Newcastle. So they can play hardball and say, well, Newcastle have offered me this. You man can offer me more because they got European football, you don't, and so on and so forth, bro. So it's a more tricky deal to do. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I think it takes time. I still think we get him though. I still think we do get Mbeumo.
Trust Man United to bottle these sorts of things. I wanted Antony as well. Man City are now in for him. There'll be another team that will come in for Mbeumo as well, and then we might end up missing that deal. But then there might be Dibbling. That I heard little talks about Dibbling as well. That Dibbling might be replacement or alternative to Mbeumo as well, and it might be cheaper.
It won't be. Yeah, it will be cheaper, but the quality is not comparable.
No, of course
the quality is not comparable. They should be trying to sign both of them. So I'm not really trying to hear that. I'll be honest. I'm not trying to hear that at all, bro. So when I'm looking at it, I think that it's moving at the speed that it needs to move at, bro. The window only opened yesterday. I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried. I think the Mbeumo deal, yeah. The noise that's coming out is that he's leaning towards joining Manchester United. That's what's coming out.
The noise,
which is a very good thing.
The noise has been going on about Mbeumo just around the season ending period. It's not been concrete. That's all. It's not.
Yeah, but there was rumors that there was rumors that he was going to Newcastle, yeah, and people made it out like it was a done deal. Turns out I ain't seen nothing on that again since. So I can't lie. I'd say the Newcastle stuff has died down a bit more, which is good. Which means that Man United have like concrete interest in Mbeumo, yeah, and talks are ongoing. Last night there was talks saying that Man United are still trying to bag Mbeumo and Yarez. So if that is the case, we're moving the right way, bro. Obviously, we do need to free up some funds. We do.
That will happen once the player like Bruno goes, Garnacho goes, Rashford goes. We need to decide what we do with Jaden as well. You know what I'm saying? If the manager want to keep him, that's going to be another one as well.
You're saying if the manager going to keep him, so what? You think that Chelsea are not signing him? Is that where you are?
Is that what I was? So is that what I want?
No, is that where you are? Is that what you think it has happened or is happening?
I'm under the impression that Chelsea are gonna give him back, yeah.
Okay.
That's the impression I'm under. Unless there's another bit of news that I've missed or not seen.
I hear it. Like, man saying Sancho's leaving, this ain't even a topic. I think Sancho is leaving United, but I think he stays at Chelsea.
What makes you think that?
I just can't see him going to Chelsea for a whole season and then not staying there, bro. Like, bro, I broke this down yesterday. I don't see how it was an obligation to buy, yet it wasn't really an obligation. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you're going to a team that has an obligation to sign you, you should probably agree, yeah. You should probably agree your future salary before you play the season out. Do you get what I'm saying? And this is what I don't get. I don't get why he would play the whole season and then they say, all right, cool, we're not giving you more than, I don't know, say 130 grand a week. And then you say no. And then you end up going back to Man United. It's like, huh? Why? That doesn't make sense. That don't make no sense.
We'll see. I wouldn't mind Sancho coming back and staying, you know. I'll be real.
Yeah, but neither would I. But I just don't think it's happening under this manager. Even though I think he'll suit the system, but also we don't know, yeah, where the owners we don't know where the owners sit in terms of Sancho. We don't know because he's one of the higher earners. You know them ones. He's one of the higher earners. So I don't know if they would be okay with keeping him because it looks like we're probably going to keep Cass for one more season. And Mason Mount is on fucking way too much money. And it don't look like Mason Mount's going nowhere. So do you want to keep another 250 a week player? Like, not really, bro.
Who's going to buy him on their wages as well?
But it's not even on the wages. For me, yeah, no matter where Sancho goes, he's taking a pay cut. He is. There's no two ways about it. Because say, for instance, he don't go Chelsea, and then he ends up going back to Germany or something like that, bro. He's not getting 250 in Germany. He's not getting that from no one. So I don't know, innit? Either way he looks at it, he's taking a pay cut, bro. So I don't know. I think he leaves. Can't see him staying.
No, you think he's staying at Chelsea?
Yeah, he leaves Man United
and stays at Chelsea permanently.
I think he stays at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't stay at Chelsea, I'll be very, very, very surprised. But I can't see him coming back to Man United, bro. And especially with the fans, I think that a lot of the fans, the bridge is burnt, innit? You know what I mean? With a lot of the fans. Whereas with the owners themselves, I don't know how they feel about him as a player. Some of them might actually like him because he's a tidy player, bro. And he scored a good goal in that final as well. He changed the game when he came on in the final. He helped Chelsea slow the game down.
He helped a lot, to be fair. Yeah, he had a big impact in the final.
He had a very big impact. So this is what he's shown that he can do with very limited playing time. So yeah, I know this is the Express, you know what I mean? So I'm sure it's not proper reliable. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's one of them ones.
Why are we not in for Turkey, man? Why are we not like going?
Bro, the manager just wants, the manager wants pace and power players that can kind of do things on their own, innit?
Yeah, but he's got pace.
Yeah, but not Mbeumo pace, like.
What's the definition of pace? He's got pace, he's got strength. What do we want? Bodybuilders and high rocks athletes on the pitch.
Yeah, but that's what this manager likes, bro. This is what this manager likes.
If they're looking at Nuri, that someone we would want in our system, then why aren't we looking at Turkey? Someone they're looking at as well, and a Turkey fits into our system, of is a real.
Yeah, but under this manager, he doesn't fit in. He doesn't fit in under this manager. This manager's made it very, very clear. He wants physical players, bro. He wants physical players, and he wants Prem-proven, like Prem-hardened players, like as a priority. This is what it is. So, yeah, man. I think people just need to come to terms with the fact that this is the kind of football the manager wants to play.
Mbeumo, what's this? Mbeumo caught the eye of Arsenal as well. Then
Arsenal and Newcastle, but you know what I mean? They're saying that
Newcastle looked at Elanga, no? As well?
Yeah, they did. You know what I mean? And Newcastle were heavily linked with Mbeumo, towards the end of the season, and it's died down. It's disappeared, bro. Because it's disappeared, I genuinely think that, I don't know, either he's told them he ain't going there, or it's died down because, like, they're not as interested as they're making out. I don't know. But I don't know. I believe that with the noise that's coming out about him, it feels like we've definitely made some headway. I could be wrong, but it definitely feels like that.
Let's see, man. Let's see what happens over the next few weeks. I don't know, man. What did you make of the Champions League final?
It was an arse whooping, wasn't it? It was an arse whooping, my bro. It's just one of them things where, yeah, man. It was so one-sided. It was fun, but then it wasn't at the same time. You know them one. Like, it was fun, but it wasn't at the same time because I thought that the game would be a bit more cagey and tactical than it actually was, but it was an absolute beatdown, my brother. Like, and some of the discourse after the Champions League final and the revisionism, it's like, bro, allow it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the much better team won. That some people trying to like almost talk down Inzaghi because he got smoked. When you look at the two teams, like,
he did get smoked.
Yeah, but when you look at the teams player for player, Inzaghi never stood a fucking chance anyway, bro. Do you know what I mean? The fact that he even got to the final.
I think that's a cop out. It's too.
What's a cop out?
That they never had a chance anyways, or this that you figure
No,
it
it's
out.
got
That's the
nothing to
whole
about.
point.
It's not about not having a chance, bro. When you turn up to a game, yeah, and the other team have better players than you, they have fitter and more athletic players than you, and then they're just better than you on the day. You ain't got a fucking prayer, my brother. Like, there's not a substitution you can make.
Yeah, but
There's not anything you can do.
They showed a little bit of fight, I think, in the second half, if I remember correctly. But then, even from set pieces, like they had very experienced footballers on the pitch, older, experienced players. Whereas PSG had a lot of younger players.
But what does experience do for you in a situation like that where you're technically and physically overwhelmed?
Yeah, but experience will help you in set pieces. Experience will help you calm the game down, control the game a little bit differently.
Pieces,
but they didn't score. That's what I'm saying. They managed to even get up the field. PSG just absolutely annihilated them. And to think that they took the game to Barcelona as well, which was a cracking game, both legs. You'd hope for more in the final. You would hope for more, but there was nothing. They literally couldn't get a hold of the game.
But why would you hope for more? They just weren't good enough, bro.
It's not the same team that played Barcelona, bro. It wasn't. Like against Barca, it was totally different. They were able to score. They were able to get in positions. They were able to control the game. Against PSG's total opposite. They couldn't even get on the ball. They were just they started play like it's not even they got annihilated. They started playing out from the back and they just got pressed to the point where the ball started going out for throwings outside the box, and that is just like mad.
Yeah, but again, that was the physicality of this PSG side and the pressure that they put on the football and the speed at which they move across the ground, bro. It was when they say it's men against boys, bro. It was boys against men, bro.
Yeah,
it was boys against men, and the boys ran them man out the place, bro. You know what I'm saying? The young G's won. That's all it is. If you look at the way that Dembele was pressing them, like as soon as their goalkeeper had the ball, they were under pressure. They couldn't build anything, bro. I just think that stylistically, PSG were just all wrong for Inter. All wrong for them, bro. And I don't blame the Inter players, because the fact that the managers got to a final, a man's playing Henrik Mkhitaryan as a midfielder. Like Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Their back line is like all 30 years old, no?
Come on, man. Like when you look at the players, when you look at the age of the team, and you look at the quality of the team, and you look at the lack of physicality, they got spun, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They got spun, and they rightly so.
PSG's ability to maintain that kind of intensity as well was very nice to see. Like I thought, you know what, there will be a point of the game where they will ease off. They will probably go gung ho for 10 minutes, press, then relax for 5-10 minutes, then press again. But they were able to maintain that intensity 90 minutes straight. It was absurd. And then when they took Desiree off and brought on Barcola as well, bro, that like it's just like ball for ball, machine for machine, just so much class in that team.
Yeah,
and
but again, and it's pace for pace as well, bro. It's the problem.
The whole game, none of the midfielders were able to read the passes. Like the first goal, for example, it was the whole game was the Vitinha show for me. Anyways, it was the Vitinha show. The passes that he was making and the way he was receiving the ball in pockets of spaces, nobody could even read any of the passes or any of the movement, and it was just. It looked like a Premier League team playing a League 2 National League side. Do you know what I mean? It was just absurd how they were just toying, and they could have scored more goals. By the way, don't forget it could have been like 7. They had like 2 chances, clear chances. Could have been 6, 7, easy.
It could have been, man, but it's just one of them ones where
this was madness. Sorry, Baracola's miss was madness.
Oh, Barcola's miss was a joke, man. Like, I don't know how he missed that, bro. Like, he done all the hard work. But, like, man said I changed my mind. Bro, I haven't changed my mind.
Like, well, you don't like him?
It's not particularly. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones that, but there's loads of different reasons why I'm not getting carried away. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the hype is massively over the top. Do you know what I mean? The same guys that are hyping this guy up here was calling Neymar a show pony and saying he was rubbish and calling him a diver and all these things, yeah. And he's not even a 10th of a Neymar, bro. And then on top of that, yeah, people are saying, oh yeah, he got 3 GA in the final and that, bro. You see the goal that he scored, yeah? Vitinha plays a perfect through ball to him and he passes it into the goal. Vitinha literally built that whole goal on his own, orchestrated it from the edge of his own box, yeah. Played, got it, bounced it, got it back, played it into Dembele. Then he rolled the ball into Vitinha. Vitinha plays him through, and then he just passes it in a goal, and everyone's going crazy, bruv. All he done was run onto a fucking through ball, and people got their pants around their ankles, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't lie. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, all the hype around him shows me is that football fans are so starved of any little bit of excitement that they get excited by that.
So why do you get excited by Jadon Sancho so much?
I don't get excited by Sancho. I don't get excited by him at all. He's a very competent technician, bro. His game is very, very different to a Desiree Doué's. His game, yeah, the subtleties in his game, yeah. If you don't understand football, you won't see them. Guys that get wowed by Desiree Doué, most of the time it's because they don't know football, bro, and it just looks good to them. It looks good to them.
I disagree.
But there's not much substance to what he does. There's not much substance to it, bro.
What do you mean substance? What exactly are you referring to as he doesn't have substance? Because you see him, his movement with the ball, you see his movement when he touches the ball and he turns to open up his body and find passes.
Brother, what are you talking about? Man said open up his body, his movement and that, bro. Most of the time the guy gets the ball, yeah. He does stuff that he doesn't need to do and he loses it a lot. He does. This guy played in a team here that was much better than the team that he played against. So he can get away with doing all these things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man are going on like Doué's playing for some dead team, bro. He's playing for the best team in Europe right now, bro. So what are we talking about, bro? A lot of football fans cannot understand, yeah.
So he's playing in the best team in the world. I don't understand. What's that?
No, you're right. You don't understand. You're right. A lot of football fans, yeah, don't understand that players can be in a certain team and they get away with doing a lot of things.
Getting away with what? Getting away with beating players?
Let me finish, bro. He gets away with doing a lot of things, yeah, that don't make sense because he's playing for that team. It's just like when I see certain boxers, yeah, they're fighting shit fighters and they get away with doing bare things that they shouldn't be doing because they're knocking over dustbins. When you're fighting someone that's not going to hit you back, you can get away with doing loads of stuff that you can't get away with when you're fighting someone that's going to fucking hit you back. And this is the point. When I see him doing loads of stuff here, people are going on like fucking wax lyrical on that performance in the final. But there wasn't much to that performance. There wasn't much to it. Like, he scored a couple goals. You look at the first goal, very, very good pass from Dembele. Dembele ain't getting no credit for the build-up in that. Deflected shot. The other one was all Vitinha, passed it through to him and he tapped it in, bro. And people are going on like it's the best performance they've ever seen. I watched that performance, bro. That performance was an average performance.
It sounds like you have an issue with people overcrediting the player.
Bro, it's not that I have an issue with people overcrediting it, because that's a separate discussion. That's a complete separate discussion. My point is, yeah, like, when I watched that performance, that was just an okay performance. That's all it was.
Interesting. Sancho scores against the Dusty Betis
team. But bro, we're not talking about Jadon Sancho here. Brought up Sancho.
But
I didn't mention Sancho, bro.
You don't have to mention it.
Brother, are you drunk? Are you drunk today?
No, I'm not. But I will mention it. Are you sure? Because you mentioned.
Are you sure? Because who brought up Jadon Sancho in here, chat?
I did. Am I allowed?
Well then, so what are you fucking talking
Am I
about?
allowed?
Then? So what are you fucking
Am I allowed
talking
to bring
about?
him up? Why can I not bring him
Why
up?
are you bringing up Sancho when we're
Why
talking
can I not
about
bring him up?
this?
Why
Where
can I
it
not
said,
bring him up?
"Oh, let's talk about the final," and now he's bringing up fucking
Yes,
Sancho.
I am.
Did
I'm
Sancho play
comparing.
in the final?
We compare players in football. That's what we do, no?
Bruv, you got problems.
No, I don't. You do.
Brother, I was talking
You
about
do.
Man United. You wanted to speak about the fucking final, and now you're
Yes.
bringing up Jadon Sancho. Did he play in that final?
No, he didn't. He played in a different final.
Well then, so what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm comparing the players
Why?
because I want to. That's the whole point of football.
What point are you trying to make?
I want to understand your perspective of why you think that Sancho, when he came on, had a great impact on the game, which he did, and he scored a goal against the Betis team. Shall we go and look at the ages of the players in the Betis back line?
Yeah, but who spoke about the goal?
Desi Doué does the same, but he's playing in the best team in Europe.
One of the first things I said is that they're completely different kinds of players. So why are you comparing these two players?
Okay, so then I'm trying to understand you better, innit? So you help me understand.
Understanding my opinion, yeah, on the player's performance in the final does not need you to bring another player's performance into question because he didn't play on the same pitch.
Right, okay.
So
from now on, we only can compare players who play on the same pitch. Like, we can't bring up examples. I don't think you understand. I'll be real. That's the thing. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Anyways, you don't think Desi Doué is the type of player that people make it out to be, and it seems like to me that people overhype him, and that's something you have an issue with, or you don't like to hear. Is that a good assessment?
No, I tried explaining it, but you're coming here just chatting shit, blood. So I don't
maybe
know
you didn't explain it properly then, innit?
Bro, maybe you just can't digest what I'm saying. It's very simple.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Yes, they can, but in this instance, it's not. I said that I don't think it was a great performance. I think the performance here has been massively overhyped. Massively, bro.
I think
man scored 2 goals. Man scored 2 goals off the back of very good work from his teammates that don't get the credit for their performances. That's the point. That is the point. The player that ran the show in that game was Vitinha. There's really no talk of that guy. There's really no talk of that guy. That guy pulled the strings for the whole team. And
who is this? Sorry, who?
Vitinha. And this is the point. Yeah. And this is the point I'm trying to make, bruv. He is the player that should be getting all the plaudits, yeah? He should be getting all the plaudits for that performance. And he's not getting them because people only understand football on a very surface level. That's the majority of them. So I don't know what that's got to do with you bringing up Jadon Sancho. What's that got to do? No,
it's okay. You won't understand. I think my comparison is not comparable.
Just like I saw people comparing him to someone like Lamine Yamal. Again, someone who gets on the ball and makes his team tick and actually affects the game and affects the team outside of just getting GA.
I think Vitinha deserved the man of the match. Is it Desi who got the UEFA player of the match, didn't he?
I don't know. I assume so. Vitinha did deserve it. You're right.
But I think Desi had a fantastic performance. Yeah, he does play in Europe's best team for sure. But when you play in a fantastic team, you can get found out if you're not good enough as well, just as much as you can get away with things. But fantastic player. I think he's a class player. So also a lot of the other players in his age category as well. But one statement I do agree with, that people are so starved of entertaining football that they do see certain movements and actions and dribbles on the pitch and they straight away say Neymar region or this guy is the next best thing or whatever. But that's true. People are not used to. That's why you have Man United fans, for example, still saying that Garnacho has quality and can come good. When he does one bicycle kick, everybody's like head over heels thinking he's gonna he's gonna have so much things in the future, but that's not the case, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is the point. But this is the point again. So because Garnacho's a certain age, they think there's more to come because he done one bicycle kick, bro. No, I judge players on their performance, and that's it. That's it.
Moving on. Let's move on. Finals done. Antony, I wanted to chat to you about Antony. I mean, what do you think about we should do? Manchester United should do with Antony? I feel like in the final, again, you know, Chelsea much better side, more firepower in the bench. Antony didn't really do much for me in the final. He didn't really get a chance to do anything. He had more action in the kind of headbutt that he did.
Yeah, but again, what was Antony supposed to do? He was playing against a team that was way better than the team that he was in. Chelsea was shit in the first half, and he was okay. Second half, he was rubbish. But so was the whole team. Chelsea smoked them. So what was he meant to do?
He's not meant to do anything when he doesn't have the ball. To be fair, he didn't even get the ball in his defense.
Yeah, but that's the point.
He couldn't even get on the ball. Again, Chelsea just outdone that Betis team. But I don't know what we do with Antony. Does the manager see a position for him? If we don't manage to get a wing back this window, I would like Man United to keep Antony and use him as a wing back. You know,
if the manager had any intent on keeping Antony at the football club, he wouldn't have loaned him out in the first place because he didn't need to. So the manager's already washed his hands with Antony. Antony's not returning. He's not returning.
He said his goodbye to the Bet. Is it the Betis team? He said the goodbye to, didn't he?
Yeah, because they can't afford him, but he'll end up somewhere else. You'll end up somewhere else. Like the point is, yeah, that Betis team are shit. The Betis team are shit, yeah, in comparison to Chelsea. Chelsea started very slowly. As soon as Chelsea put their foot down, they were all over Betis, and it could have been a bloodbath in the end. So why do we expect Antony to do well in games like when his team's getting absolutely smoked? Like this is the point, and this is my point, and this is why when I highlighted, yeah, when players are in certain teams, they can do certain things, bro. Like if you're playing for Betis against Chelsea in that game, you're not going to be able to do very, very much, bro, in that second half when Chelsea were absolutely slapping Betis. Nobody affected the game, not just him.
In that particular game,
Isco was on the pitch as well. Isco's a better player than Antony. Isco couldn't affect the game. So if Isco can't affect the game, why do we expect Antony to be able to affect the game, bro? Isco affected the game in the first half.
In that particular game. But Betis have had a good season where they have played against big teams in their league and done well.
And Antony has contributed.
Antony's contributed, but in that particular game in the final, Betis was not able to kind of. There were times where they were not even, for majority part of the time, they were not even actually going through Thingy's side, Antony's side. I don't know if you noticed that they used was it the Moroccan player that they were using more?
Who got the initial guy. That was the first half, though.
Who got the initial goal? Going into the second half, I thought he eventually came off. But I thought they would use Antony's side a bit more, use him as an outlet, but they didn't even find him. They didn't use him. They could never get the ball to him. It just slowly became the Chelsea show in the second half. Especially soon as Sancho came on and he started linking with Palmer, it was just game done. They couldn't even get a hold of the ball. They just started defending for their lives, and Chelsea just started, peppering them with goals.
Yeah, but that's the point. In the first half, Chelsea were trying to move the ball too quickly. It wasn't sticking. When Sancho came in, he slowed the game down and he allowed Chelsea to actually play through all 3/3 of the pitch, and then Chelsea killed them. That's what it was. It wasn't even just
especially in the second half. I thought Pellegrini would have used Antony. Told the team use Antony more. Keep the team higher up the pitch. Let's keep the team higher up the pitch and run down the clock as much as we can. But it was not the case. It was not the case.
There's nothing that Betis could have done. It wasn't just Sancho as well. It was also Reece James. When Reece James came on, When Reece James came on in the middle and he was inverting in the middle, him and Sancho were the two players that were putting their foot on the ball, slowing the game down and breaking the lines with passes and finding their teammates. And then Betis were fucked.
Yeah, that's the first cross from Reece. I remember the first cross from Reece, pinpoint, and ever since then it was just over with. I mean, a player, a right back, can be so effective. Sometimes I wonder why I support Diogo Dalot so much. I see Reece James, he came on the pitch and straight away, man, the crosses from deep were fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Reece
And to
James
make
can play
it up,
centre mid as well, bro. Like he's a high IQ player, he's a high technical level player. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Like when players have high technical level and high IQ, this is how they can affect games, bro. And them two players there affected the game massively. Obviously, Cole rightly so got the plaudits. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he done some eye-catching things and he ended up with what, 2 assists or something like that in the game.
yeah.
But actually, his performance on a whole wasn't that great.
No. He doesn't. I've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't think he likes Noni Madueke.
Bro, why would he?
I don't think he likes him. He don't pass to him at all. Like he will do everything and not pass to him.
It's for the best. It's for the best.
It was funny to watch in the final. I don't know if you noticed, yeah. There were so many times where Cole is like stuck. He's literally stuck. He's got nowhere to go, and he's got the only passes on is Noni Madueke. He would rather lose the ball than pass to Noni Madueke.
I hear it. It's a good decision. Do you know what I mean? Like if I was on a pitch with Garnacho, it'd be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go back to the keeper.
Yeah,
you know it was. So it's just one of them ones. Madueke is awful, bro. Like I seen
my
some
agenda.
stuff.
I had a lot of agenda in that final. I did not want Nicholas Jackson to score. I just couldn't have that for the sake of my agenda. I don't like him. Don't like him as
why? Why
his
Jackson, bro?
I think he's a marathon runner.
Nah. Listen, don't get me wrong. He's not great. Yeah, but he's not great. Do you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? There's a lot worse going on than Nicholas Jackson. But I agree.
Sure. I just can't, bro. I can't. If you actually gave me an option between him and Rasmus Højlund, like I don't know, bro. Give me something else. I'd rather just do like something else, bro.
Nah, bro. Listen, Rasmus ain't comparable to Nicholas Jackson. Rasmus
I'd rather rub my hand with Scotch bonnet chilies, bro. I'd rather rub my eye with Scotch bonnet chili than pick either of them, bro. I do not like them, bro. The marathon, the Hyrox athlete. One's a Hyrox athlete with a whoop band, and the other's a marathon runner.
I hear it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Rasmus is shit anyway. Hopefully we get rid of him.
The reports, Italy.
Yeah, there are. Juventus especially.
I don't know what Italian football teams see in Man United failing players like Garnacho to Napoli, Inter. I think is it Inter now that looking at Rasmus.
You know what it is, yeah? Because he's already been in Italy, yeah, and he's built some sort of reputation there, they'll go off that. And also Italian teams kind of have to take people's cast-offs because they ain't got loads of money to spend. So every player that's kind of out of favor in England always kind of gets like a lifeboat from fucking Italy, bro, for whatever reason. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of players leave the Premier League either at retirement age or near to retirement age or whatever, and they go and they get a new lease of life in the Serie A, bro. Ashley Young did that.
Lukaku as well.
Enough of them brothers. Yeah, bro. Enough of them brothers go there. Do you know what I mean? Scott's living life, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? A man seeing flipping quotes about Scott McTominay talking about the food and that, bro. Listen, bro, he's out there living his best life. Yeah, Chris Smalling as well, bro. Like a lot of them brothers out there. You still got Thingy, Matteo Darmian still kicking ball out there. Mkhitaryan's still kicking ball out there, bro.
Like, 36 now, 35, 36.
Yeah. So new lease of life, man, going to play in Serie A. So it's one of them ones where I think that it's probably a good place for it's a good place for Joey. I've seen Joey Barton. This is funny. I was just reading that, bro. I know this is man's trolling, but it's fucking funny. It's a good place for Rasmus Højlund to go and get his confidence back. You know what I'm saying? It's a good place for him to get his confidence back. So yeah, man. We'll
if we sell Rasmus Højlund this window, and Garnacho and stuff like that, these players, then even if we don't get a lot of like ideal players in, if we manage to sell these players, I will think that our football club is a bit more serious. That would show willingness to move on from things that are not working. You said this before.
Even if it's a loan, just get him out the door, bro, so we can get his shirt, give his shirt to someone else.
you have to rectify your mistakes as soon as you realize it's a mistake, and be proactive rather than reactive. And can't go another season with these players on the pitch, because that's just shooting ourselves in the foot. I do wonder though, if we do get a striker like Mitrovic or Mateo or whoever, right, and we manage to get a right-sided 10, I wonder where Xerxes fits in the Premier League, because it's one game a week. You know, he's had a season already. I would want to see more Xerxes starting minutes, but some of these players that will be coming in, they would want to play the Premier League minutes, like, you know, as standard. That's their bread and butter, Premier League. I don't want Xerxes to become a FA Cup player or a Carabao Cup player. Do you know what I mean?
Me neither, bro. Me neither, because he's got way too much to offer. But I don't know. I don't trust this. I don't trust this manager to use Xerxes correctly. I don't, innit? So that's why I'm of the opinion that he should be the first choice number 9, yeah. And we should focus on the fucking midfield. I think the midfield is way more of an issue than the striker position, especially as Cunha can play up there and Mbeumo can play up there as well. They can all play in that 9 position. Yeah. So like, because they can all play in that 9 position and they can give you something different, because they're all very different players in that position, I think that you should double down and go and get 2 midfielders, bro. Like, that's the real area that makes and breaks this squad. Because every time Man United lose, we always say the midfield. That's what we're always talking about, bro. When people are talking about Kobe saying, "Oh, he's getting overrun," and all that, it's the midfield. Even though I think that the double pivot is the main problem, like, go and reinforce that midfield.
Since Ole times, we've been crying about midfield issues. Either it's too big, it's too much gap, it's this or that, and this and that. And I think soon as I can't, you know, I look forward to a day when we sell Bruno Fernandes and we finish in a European spot, and I will look back and see what these fans who sing the song "Where Would We Be," what they have to say then. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of fans would probably celebrate if Bruno went and won trophies in Saudi. They would say, "Oh, look now." It's just
yeah, but who cares about that? You know what I mean? Who cares about that? Just get him out, bro. Like, and it looks like he's close, to be honest.
It's in Friday, the deadline, isn't it? The deadline is Friday that he has to answer by. So within the next
I don't know. I don't know that this deadline talk is even real, blood. You know them ones there. Like, man talking about deadlines. I just think because they've got the Club World Cup coming up, they want to get this deal done ASAP. I don't think they've given him, I don't think they've given him a deadline, bro. I don't think it's as black and white as that.
Is that true? Nuri has said yes to Man City.
Apparently, and they're saying that Liverpool have had a bid rejected for Florian Wirtz as well.
They're asking for 150.
Yeah, 150 million euros. That's what they want. That's what they want. So 8 Nuri to City is a joke, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a joke. It's a joke. So, like, if they get 8 Nuri, Reinders, and Cherky, bro, and then you add that to, obviously, Mamusha already was cooking last season, bro. City are on infinite smoke.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's going to be a long season next season.
Yeah, bro, it is. Season. It is, but if we move Bruno 1 and we reinvest that money, do you know what I mean? Who knows? We might be able to shock some people, bro, with 1 game a week. You just never know.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say, that we can be, you know what I mean? We can be a formidable team, if we make the right signings, bro.
You know who could save our window, actually?
Who's that?
Erik ten Hag.
Yeah, absolutely.
He could save our window, bro.
If he gives us money for somebody, gives us money for Onana or Rasmus or something. Oh, they just literally they signed another goalkeeper, so it won't be Onana now. But if you give us money for Rasmus or give us money or take Mount on loan or something, just do something. Just do something.
Just take the players on loan. Yeah, just take them on loan for now with an obligation next season, whatever.
Yeah. And Harrison, I hear you about this manager, but this is why I was having this conversation with Danny in the group chat, yeah? We just need to give the manager players. Like, just give him players. Like, because the players are the ones that are going to win these games, not this manager. I have not seen anything from this manager to suggest that he's going to be able to be the architect to construct anything cohesive with this team, bro. I believe that you just need to give him players, and the players just need to win him games. That's what I think, and that's why I'm saying give him Mbeumo and Cunha. Give him both of them, because that's goals there. I think you almost have to just inject goals into the team. You have to, because this manager's not doing shit, bro. He's not doing nothing. So this is how we need to look at it as United fans. Yeah, we just need to give this manager players, and hopefully it will take care of itself. That's all
I
we
also
can,
do.
that's
You know,
all
I
we can
know
ask for.
we've only spoke about outfield players, but Andre as well. That's another one on my list, bro. Like, can't start the season next season. I
Wait,
can't.
1 second.
Rah. TV licensing back again, man. They keep coming back have you noticed? TV licensing keep coming back to Rance's house, bro. Every like 2 months. Remember the last time, chat? It was 2 months ago. Rance just got up and left. TV licensing on the door. Rance, man, pay your TV licensing, bro. It's happened 4 times now. If you guys who watch the Monday Red Talk, and they come on Monday, every Monday. 2 months on a Monday. Notice how they've done that before. And he has to get off. He can't say where he's going, whatever, obviously. But I've clocked, bro. And obviously he's turning off the lights in the house and everything, you know, make sure nobody's in the house. It ain't Uber Eats. Rants don't get Uber Eats. He's never had the app. You saw him the other week on Mandem Talk. He doesn't even know how to freaking work a e-scooter. He said, I don't know how to work. Yeah, Onana cannot be here next season, bro. We need to somehow find a way to find a club that can want to buy Andre Onana. And he's got that much level of mistakes. That much level of mistakes. I don't know how much money we can get for Andre Onana, bro. 10, 15, 20 mil. Something is better.
He might end up staying and being the number 2. Because he hasn't got the number 1 shirt anyway.
How much is he on again?
Not a lot.
He's on 100 something, no?
Yeah, but bruv, most number 2 goalkeepers are going to be on 100 and something, bro. Fucking Henderson was on 140 at Man United. So,
yeah. Bro, I don't want to see him, like, bro, the amount of mistakes he gets away with. He's been getting away with so much, you know. Like, the comps haven't been dropping like they should be. His mistake comps. I'll be real. This transfer window, it's not been dropping the fail comps, bro. It's not. Obviously, people are excited about the outfield players and stuff, but I want to see fail comps, bro, of Andre Onana floating about. I definitely do.
I think that we'll sign a goalkeeper and he'll just be demoted.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to be the next deal that we secure?
No idea. No idea.
Who do you think the first players we're going to sell?
I think the first deal that we're going to hear about is probably Bruno, because that is the one that is time restricted. So I think that's the domino effect, innit? I think Bruno leaving is what gets everything moving. I think that cash injection, because them Saudis deal with cash up front, bro. So if they give
wow.
Bro, that's what they do, bro. Like they just give you the cash and it's just boom. You know what I mean? So once we get the cash injection, once we get that, then I think we're good to go. Then we can start throwing money everywhere. Because if we get that money up front, it means that we can put down 10 million here, 10 million here, 15 million.
Do you trust this club to spend that money instead of allocating it elsewhere?
I do. They've shown already in the first thing that they've had to. They brought in 5 players last summer. Like, that's 5. So I think they're gonna bring in at least 5 more this summer, bro, and they're gonna reinvest. You know
yeah, I hear it. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. I just hope it doesn't go down to, you know, the last week of the window, preseason and all of that. I just hope that doesn't happen. Hope we can be in and out.
I don't think it can. I think the way that the transfer window is shaping up now, and the fact that it's meant to be closing before the league starts, I think that everyone's got to do their business quickly, bro. Obviously, I'd prefer if Man United were doing their business like Man City, but we're not liquid like Man City. Like, we're sell to buy to a certain degree. So I think we have to be a bit more measured with our signings, and also we don't have European football to offer to players. So that kind of that weakens our bargaining position as well.
You know what I found as well? Yeah, I was doing some research the other day on the Champions League final night, and I found that some of the top clubs in the world, PSG, Napoli, Inter, Man City, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, their highest earners of their club are starters, majority, maybe one or two reserve, as in like injured or not starters. But their highest 7 earners are starters, and their majority attackers. Man United's are reserves, midfielders, or man them that just like to do holiday.
Yeah, but this is exactly why.
It was an interesting thing to find.
But this is why Kunit's come in, he's on 200. If you bring in like an Mbeumo and a Yarez, they're going to go into the higher earners. The Mason Mount money was an absolute joke. The Bruno money's a joke. Do you know what I'm saying?
Eriksen is in there. I think if you do the highest earners, Eriksen falls in there, Casemiro falls in there, obviously. Bruno falls in there, Luke Shaw falls in there as well.
Yeah, but again, that's Man United. That's Man United throwing money at players because they never had nothing else to offer, bro. And our wage cap was an absolute joke as well. And this is the problem. United need to stop doing that. They need to stop doing it, and I believe they're doing that.
But Bayern Munich's wage bill is massive, like colossal. But apparently Bayern Munich is a very well-run club. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, you see how a football club can be run as well. The wage bill doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad-run football club, but we just have our money allocated in the wrong areas. Whereas Bayern Munich
kind of does, though, to a certain degree.
Yeah, but look at Bayern, bro. Everybody wants to be like either Bayern Munich or Liverpool or, you know, all of these other big clubs. They're winning trophies, titles. Yeah, sure, Bayern is expected to win. But when you win, a lot of things get overshadowed or not looked at. Or you can charge more for your sponsorships. Do you know what I mean?
But Bayern are overpaying quite a few players. But at the same time, they almost guarantee winning the league every single week, every single season. So... yeah, it's just one of them things. Obviously, if the books are balancing, then like how can you really say it's poorly run? Even if you don't agree with what the players are on, if they can afford it, they can afford it. And there's never any signs of them being in financial trouble. So yeah, like it's sustainable.
That's what I mean. Their wage bill is ridiculously high, 5-point-something mil, nearly 6 mil a week. And they're sustaining their football. They're identifying talent. They're paying the big dogs what they need to pay, and they're winning. Obviously, the league, which is some would say Farmers League or whatever as such. You know, it's guaranteed for them to win. But our wage bill, and another thing as well. You know, people keep hounding about how Man United's finances are so poor. But Rants, like for the past 4 years, have you not heard that Barcelona are broke? Frankie's still on their books. Lewa is still on their books. Rafinha on their books. Ansu Fati is still on their books. But again, the head honchos of the club know how to work the model and win. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's but the thing is, we hear that Barcelona are broke every single year, and they still get linked with the best of the best players. Like, so it doesn't. Them being broke does not affect them being able to maneuver. So it doesn't really matter. Like, people can say Man United are broke, but we're not Barcelona broke. So that doesn't mean that we can't do things.
Somehow Barca figure it out, bro. I remember there was one window where they said Barca couldn't register a player. And oh my God, this player's up for grabs. And I remember one window when they said Frankie de Jong had to be sold, to the point where Man United fans were getting Man United shirts with Frankie de Jong names on him. You remember? They said Frankie de Jong still in Barcelona, bro. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how Man United fans or football fans in general just think Barcelona are broke. Yeah, they may be having less cash flow or cash, but they figure it out. They figure it out. And we need to be a club as well. We just because we have financial restraints doesn't mean we cannot be linked with the big names. They are. That's what I'm trying to say. They gave Lamine, how much is it a week, Rants? How much they gave Lamine?
I don't know. He was on something like 30K. I don't know what.
No, but now the new deal.
I'm not sure what it is. I know he got the number 10 shirt, but I'm not sure what the
Someone
new deal
will know in the chat. 200, 300 a week, easy.
I don't think it's 300.
200 something, upwards. 8 mil a year. How does that work out weekly?
I have no idea.
I thought you're good at maths.
I am, but I'm not a calculator. So
300 a week.
260, they say.
260,
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, well, that's decent.
Bro, that's very decent. But again, a club for a club that's quote unquote broke every year.
Yeah.
But still winning the title. By the way, their expectation is still Champions League football winning, right? By default.
Yeah.
Barca, Bayern, Real Madrid, all of these clubs who burn through cash, their default settings is win the title and win Champions League. Why cannot we be that? Why is our expectation FA Cup and Carabao Cup? We don't even want to take the staff members to a cup run. We don't want to even take do you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at Ineos very carefully this season, see how they maneuver and move.
Yeah, they got to spend. They have to, and they have to spend with intent as well. It can't be no little willy-nilly just signing players for the sake of it. They need to show me that they had a plan in it. That's what they need to show me. With the players that's coming in, there needs to be a method to every single signing. I can't be seeing players come in and think, oh, bro, like, what are we doing? We didn't need this. Like, what is the point of this, bro? Like, even with the Mitrovic links, I think Mitrovic is low down the list of players, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Yarez and Mateta are definitely above him. I don't think we're in for Osimhen. It looks like Osimhen is definitely going Middle East. I'd say Mitrovic is probably the last resort if we can't get no one else. And I don't think he gets to that. I don't think he gets to that, though. I don't think he gets to that at all. I don't think there's a chance that we miss out on our first and second choice targets and end up getting third choice. I really can't see it, bro. I can't see it. So David on the free, I'm not taking him at all, bro. Like I don't rate him at all, bro. I don't rate him. So forget all that. Now, even on a free, I don't want him because we're supposed to be rebuilding the club.
Who is this, sorry?
Jonathan David.
Oh, right, okay.
As a club, we are meant to be we're meant to be rebuilding, innit? Having a player like that in your squad, like, I'd just rather not. Like, do you know what I mean? Because you don't know what you're getting with him. Man is saying on a free, at least with Mitrovic, you know what you're getting. You know you're getting a Premier League proven goal scorer. With David, you don't know what you're getting, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're getting. And then on top of that, because he's on a free, he's going to want a certain amount of money as well. So you're getting him on a free. He's probably going to be on decent wages, which means it's going to be harder to move him on. Yeah, it's just not worth it for me. It's just, it's a bad idea still. So, no Jonathan David. No, thank you. No, thank you, people. You know what I mean? You look, let's get these lights up as well, man. 16K in here, bro. I mean, 1600 in here and not even 500 likes is diabolical. You know what I'm saying? So get those likes up, man. 800 likes target. Man said Mitrovic is completely opposite of Højlund. Mitrovic can hold the ball up and can jump. Bro, I think he's a quality player. But he's a player that I bring in, as another option. You know? As another option. I'll bring in, if you want, like, if the manager says he wants a Yarez or something like that, he wants that style of striker that's going to run in behind, that's got box presence, that can play back to goal. Cool. I'd bring in Mitrovic, but I'd bring in Mitrovic here as either a second option to someone like a Yarez or whatever, who's my first choice, or I would bring Mitrovic here in as backup for Xerxes when I wanted a different type of striker. So in certain instances, instead of putting fucking Harry Maguire up front, you could bring on Mitrovic and say, yo, Mitrovic is our plan B striker for when plan A doesn't work.
Yeah.
Then that's not a problem. I think that's a great signing because you get rid of Højlund, bring in Mitrovic, and then all of a sudden, when we want to go a bit more direct or we want a bit more physical presence or aerial presence or something like that in games, or if we're playing against a team that's a bit more physical and we want a physical presence in the box, yeah, exactly like how Madrid used Joselu when they wanted to go a bit more direct or they wanted to start putting the ball in the box, then you've got a different look. There's nothing wrong with having a different look. United always, with strikers, we always did have a different look. Like York and Cole were different kind of players. Sheringham Solskjaer were different kind of players. And some games just called for different profiles. So I'm not against Mitrovic's profile because it's always good to have a striker that can link play, can play with his back to goal, bring people into the game and stuff like that. But I don't think he's the kind of striker that we should be starting week in, week out with. I don't think so. I don't think that's a step forward. Like, even though he is better than Højlund, but I think I'm talking about in terms of where we're supposed to be trying to go. So yeah, like we just have to wait and see, man. We just have to wait and see. Yeah, big up Abdi Aziz, man, for the super chat. But we'll keep an eye on this Mitrovic stuff. We'll keep an eye on it, man. I'm not really 100% sure how much merit is in it. Then, but we'll see. Man said if you get Mitrovic, Cunha, and Mbeumo, I'll be scared, bro. That's goals, man. It's goals. It is. Like no one's gonna pretend that's not goals, bro. All of these men are shooters. That's it, bro. But yeah, I think
with the midfield that can feed them as well, you know, with the midfield that can feed them. Yeah,
that's it. But I think that the Yarez thing is the first choice, and I think Omar Barada and Manchester United. I think they want to make some statement signings. They do, bro. After the season we fucking had last season, you can't tell me that the CEO don't want to make a statement signing, just like Lenny Euro was a statement signing. Oh, we beat Real Madrid to Lenny Euro. I believe that he'll want to make a statement signing. I believe that statement signing would be a Yarez still, because even though like Mbeumo was a sick signing, I don't see it as a statement signing. The Yarez
neither is Cunha, to be fair.
Exactly, neither is Cunha, because there wasn't loads of competition for Cunha. I believe Yarez is the statement signing, and it's Newcastle wanted him, Arsenal wanted him, but he's here. It's that kind of signing. That's the kind of signing that gets people to sit back and be like, yo, you know what? These men are serious. Like, they're on stuff. Like that's how you shake up the league. So I don't know. Man said Yarez ain't it too many red flags. Listen, you man know I'm not a big fan of Yarez, but it's one of them things that I believe the manager wants that. So I don't know. We just have to see, man. Let's run these up, people. 800 likes target. We got Footy Talk with Don coming up next. Do you know what I mean? Faz, let them know what you got coming up on your channel, bro, as well, for the rest of the day.
I'm probably gonna have to miss the next 2 Red Talks, just to let you know, and the community. I'll try and make the next week, but the one after I'll probably miss because I'm gone now. Season's done, so somewhere in the world I'm gonna be gone. I can't be in the UK, man. So I'll be out and about. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying the sun, sand.
Somewhere in the world, you know. So you're gonna be traveling, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're gonna be documenting it then.
Yes, yeah. I will be, but it doesn't mean I have to catch a flight to be somewhere in the world. You know, there are substances that can help you with that as well.
I hear that.
know, there's a Migos song that says, "When I take drugs, I go to Cancun." Have you heard that song?
Yeah, go to the moon. I hear it. Yeah, I know the song.
Yeah. No, I'm joking. Don't take substances. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy life, man. Rants, man. Relax, man. Relax, bro.
I'm
Give us a smile, man.
I'm extremely relaxed, bro.
Too relaxed, bro. Give us a smile. What? Do you need a massage or something? Are you okay?
Bro, I don't need you touching me, bro. Anyone
I don't
else,
need
I'm
to touch
fine,
you. I'm
bro.
just saying, like, do you need a massage, bro?
I'm fine. So I don't know what you're on, mate.
That's fine, man. Long as you're fine, you say you're fine. That's okay, man.
Bro, enjoy your holidays, bruv.
Yeah, that's it. We're just gonna enjoy, but there'll be I'll be doing lots of IRL type of content, you know, in real life streams from somewhere in the world, wherever.
But there you go. But this is what I was saying. But this is exactly what I was saying. Like, you're gonna be documenting it, so that's what you need to let these guys know.
Yeah, so they'll be
moving about like this. Literally, man, give you the opportunity to let the man know that you got content coming up to look out for it. A man's talking about taking drugs and going to the moon and that, bro.
Well, everybody needs a break, innit?
I hear that.
As they say, blow off steam.
All right, my bro. I hear.
Yeah, man. Not every day blowing off steam in the gym on the boxing bag, you know.
I hear
Head is hard and all of that. Yeah. Well, anyways, I'll be doing live soon. Anyways,
so look out for Faz's vlogs from wherever in the world he ends up. You get me? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna redirect as well. Footy talk with Don. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he'll be thrilled with the news that Madueke is up for sale. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that. So big up the chat, run up the likes.